Well, hi there. I'm D. Dutch Yeager, and welcome back to the number one place where you can get dependable information, not affirmations. We're here to empower and inspire you by prioritizing personal development through self-reflection. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and September 10th is World Suicide Prevention Day. I know it's a touchy subject, but I'd like to talk to you about it today because I think it's so important. So stay tuned because here we go. First off, suicide prevention starts with being aware and recognizing some of the warning signs. So if you think someone you know is considering suicide, there's plenty you can do to help save a life. If you're thinking about suicide, please read Are You Feeling Suicidal? The article is linked below in the description. Or call 1-800-273-TALK in the US. That's 1-800-273-8255. To find it outside the United States, visit suicide.org. That link is also in the description below. Many people who are experiencing a lot of pain truly believe they have to take that walk by themselves. Their emotions can distort their thinking, and sometimes they just don't realize that there are other solutions. There are those around them that can offer support, and they just don't realize it. Some are consumed by feelings of hopelessness or isolation or even self-loathing. They wish there was an alternative to suicide. They just can't see one. In just my little world bubble, there have been 7 suicides. One coworker, and I don't mean just someone who worked at the same company that I rarely saw. I mean a coworker who spent a lot of time with me on jobs. A friend's parent, a friend's spouse, 3 cousins, and a very good friend. Sorry, I miss him. Many people have had suicidal thoughts at some point, and feeling this way doesn't mean that they're crazy or weak or a loser. It only means they might have more pain than they can cope with right now. I should know because I've had them myself in the distant past. I remember like it was yesterday. I must have been, 11 or 12. I thought my life sucked so bad that there I was, laying there in my bed one night, crying my eyes out with a carving knife in my hand. I think I was really crying so hard because I didn't have the cojones to complete the act. And I remember saying exactly that at the time. But for whatever reason, I didn't do anything, and even though my situation really hasn't changed all that much, thankfully I never sank down to that level again. So no matter what situation you find yourself in, there are people around you who care about you. If you have suicidal thoughts, please think about these next few things. Emotions are always changing, and how you feel today, it doesn't mean you're going to feel that way tomorrow. Fortunately, I just had that one episode, and for whatever reason, it never happened again, and I'm thankful. Despite what you think, your absence will affect the lives of those around you who care. There are many experiences that you would really miss out on by not choosing life. Just in my own life, I turned out to be a jock in high school. I traveled the world in the Navy. I found my Opichka that I have shared almost my whole life with now. And now I'm talking to you good people. So these are just some of the things that I would have missed out on. It might seem in the moment that your unhappiness will never end, but it's important to remember that solutions can be found. In most cases, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Give yourselves a chance at life. Reach out for help. You're worth it. So here are some warning signs. take any suicidal talk seriously, like someone mentioning killing or harming themselves. It just might be a cry for help. The feeling of hopelessness is a strong predictor of suicide. People who feel hopeless may talk about unbearable feelings. They may talk about how the future looks so bleak, or say something like they have nothing to look forward to. Other signs can be dramatic mood swings or sudden personality changes, or even a loss of interest in activities that they once used to love. Maybe they've started drinking, or they've increased their alcohol, or even started using drugs, or other self-destructive behaviors such as taking unnecessary risks. Or on the other side of the coin, do they display a sudden calm and happiness after being depressed? Talking to a friend or a family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings, it could be extremely difficult, for anyone. But if you're unsure whether someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is just to ask. You can't make a person suicidal by showing that you care. In fact, giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express his or her feelings, it can actually provide relief from loneliness or pent-up negative feelings. You just may prevent a suicide attempt. But don't ask open-ended questions where the person can just give a one-word answer. I have a video about asking the right questions that you may check out. Here's the card. Instead of asking, "Hey, how you doing?" maybe say, "Hey, recently I've noticed you're acting a little funny, and I'm just checking in to see if everything's okay." Some other ways to start the conversation might be, I don't know, did something happen to make you start feeling this depressed? Or when did you begin feeling like this? Or how about this? I'm in your corner. How can I best support you right now? I think you're feeling a little down. There are a few things to do and not do when talking to a suicidal person, according to the experts. Most importantly, be yourself. Let the person know you care, and they're not alone. Finding the right words are not nearly as important as showing your concern to them. Be a good listener. Let them know they can vent and unload their feelings. This is a hard thing to do for men. We tend to want to be fixers, not listeners, but guys, this is the time to shut up and hear someone out. You also need to be sympathetic, non-judgmental, and in the end, offer them hope. Reassure them that help is available and their life is important to you. Don't act shocked, and don't lecture them on the value of life, and especially don't argue with them about suicide or tell them it's wrong and they're going to burn in hell. Bad move. Also, don't make them feel like they have to justify their suicidal feelings. It's not about how bad the problem is, it's how badly it's hurting your friend or loved one. And most importantly, don't blame yourself. Seriously. Don't blame yourself for not seeing the warning signs beforehand. Whenever I think about my friend, I wonder why I didn't see it coming, why I wasn't there for him. I try not to, but it's only natural. Don't blame yourself for not fixing their problems after they have talked with you. And last but not least, don't blame yourself in the end if they act on their feelings. Now, I'm not a professional, so for more in-depth information, please see the links below in the description, or again, call 1-800-273-8255. Suicide is not inevitable. We can start the conversation, we can provide support, and we can point to those around us who need help in the right direction. So, to my dear friend, last I've seen is toast locker. To my dear friend, J-Man, Prost. So if you are feeling suicidal, or you know somebody who you might think is suicidal, please use the links below and contact the Crisis Help Center. They're there to help you. That's what they live for, helping people. So with that, Juice. Have a good day. You or somebody you know think might be. So if you or if you know if you are